It's time now for Tiger Talk with head coach Brian Carty. And now Tiger Talk on KSMO.
Welcome to Tiger Talk. Stan Stevens and Coach Brian Carty. Coach the Salem Tigers traveled down to Viburnum on Monday in a game added to the schedule. Beneficial for our Salem Tigers. They got their first win of the year and by plenty of points.
That's exactly right. We get down there and took care of business and finally got that first win of the year. You know, that was kind of critical. Give us a little confidence here towards the end of the year.
Getting that schneid off your back, it's always the hardest thing to do. First, you always want to get that first win of the year. You want to get that early in the season, get it out of the way. But, Coach, as it drags on and then the mistakes multiply and then the guys start squeezing the air out of the ball and they won't make this play because they don't want to make a mistake, then it becomes a mental game, doesn't it?
That's exactly right. I mean, people underestimate just how important getting that first win is early in the season. You know, we've talked several times about playing really young and inexperienced, and that's one of the things that you need to get early in the season so that they realize, hey, we can win, and they don't have as much pressure because when you're young like this, like we are this year, the winnable games is limited.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, with those winnable games, there's a lot of pressure on you to go out there and win, a lot of pressure on the kids, and they feel it. And whenever you get this far in the season and you haven't won yet, it gets worse and worse and worse, and it just compounds. And, you know, pretty soon you're in a winnable basketball game, and you can't make a shot. And that's been, you know, we've played several winnable basketball games where that's exactly what's happened to us.
You know, I had a coach years ago that told me a long time ago, he goes, you have to learn how to win. You don't have to learn how to lose. You'll lose, but you have to learn how to win. And that takes smarts, and it takes doing the right things at the right time, and then prohibiting your opponent from doing the same right things that they're trying to do against you. So it becomes a combination, but you got to have the confidence to do that, don't you?
That's exactly right. And, you know, these kids, they got down there and they won by a lot and got to have some fun, and some guys that normally don't score large numbers of points got to score quite a bit. And, you know, I'm hoping that it'll give us lots of confidence going forward.
So tonight we head to Sullivan, another game that was added to the schedule, Coach. And I don't think when we added these games to the schedule, you realize you're going to have 4 games in a week. And that's quite a task for any team, whether you're an experienced team or a young team, but especially a young team, because you're going to go to Sullivan tonight. You go to Houston Thursday night. You got Thayer Friday night. And then you got St. Clair next Tuesday, and then Ava next Thursday. That's a lot of basketball, Coach.
Yeah, we had 3 games last week.
Right.
We're going to have 4 this week as long as the weather doesn't affect us. And then we got 2 next week to wrap it up. I mean, you're talking about playing 9 games in a period of 3 weeks. That's a lot of basketball in a short amount of time.
And then next Saturday, you got district starting.
Well, yeah, we'll find out exactly what the schedule is this Saturday whenever we have the seed meeting. The boys aren't supposed to start until at least Monday, so I don't think we'll play Saturday or Sunday. But, yeah, you're right. The district tournament technically starts next Saturday.
So here we are. The district tournament will be at Sullivan, and that's where we're going tonight to take on the Eagles. Eagles have had a bit of a down year, Coach, but they are still they got a lot of talent, and they got a great coach in Coach McKinney that they know how to win, and they can turn it on. And, of course, if you let them turn it on and get confidence in that game, the Eagles can pull off a big win.
That's exactly right. You know, they're struggling this year just like we are. They graduated a lot of talent and a lot of experience the last couple of years, very similar to what we did. And he's playing fairly young, and they're struggling to win some basketball games. But, of course, Dino's does a great job. He's the master of junk defenses. I'm fully anticipating we're going to see a boxing one tonight. And it's, you know, when you see that, it's completely foreign. Nobody ever does that hardly anymore. But Dino comes up with something different, and they'll change defenses back and forth. And we spent all practice yesterday repping against different defenses and making sure that we will be ready to go whenever we walk out there, no matter what they throw at us.
And I've been told by somebody who's watched him a lot this year that, you know, in the past he'd tell them the defense that he wanted, and those guys could go right out and do it. And this year, because they don't have that experience, they're struggling with that, or they lose themselves on that defense, and it's allowing teams to get some easy points. Coach, you know how hard it is when you're trying to learn new things, and the young guys just don't get it right off the bat, and they're trying to figure it out. There's a lot of mistakes that are made.
There's a lot of mistakes that are made, yeah. One thing I can tell you, I've got several films on them, and one thing I can definitely tell you is they will be disciplined on offense. They will take only shots that they think are going to benefit the team, And that alone makes them tough because you're going to play defense for long stretches before you get the basketball back.
And they've been doing that for years, Coach.
That's exactly right. I mean, it's kind of Dino's trademark. They're going to be patient and get the shot that he wants them to take. And, they're not going to take any other shots than that.
For years and years and years, they would push that ball around the perimeter and wait till somebody got open 2 to 3 or 4 feet away. And then when they lost those bigger post players, but they'd still move that ball in and out, then they had the great three-point shooters. And if you left them open, they'd light you up in a hurry.
Yeah, they don't have, and I'm not taking anything away from the kids that they've got now, but they don't have the talent level that they have had in the past. And they don't have the experience. And so they're a very beatable Sullivan team.
And a very beatable team is exactly what the Salem Tigers need tonight going down there, because right now you've got a one-game winning streak and you're ready for 2.
That's exactly right. We want to make it an actual streak, not just an isolated point.
All right, Coach. Well, the best of luck tonight against the Eagles of Sullivan. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you, sir.
Stay tuned. Tiger basketball is next.
And that has been Tiger Talk on 1340 KSMO with head boys basketball coach Brian Carty. Stay tuned. Salem Tiger boys basketball comes your way next.
When I meet a new loan customer, I try to drop everything that I was working on prior to them coming in my office and focus directly on what their needs are at the time, whether it be a new car, their first house. I focus directly on what they are telling me and what they are needing. And it doesn't matter if it's a small $1,000 loan or a $200,000 house. I try to treat every client the same.
Sorry, Dad.
Sure, you could get him a new car. You could also light a pile of money on fire.
Sorry.
Because as long as Mr. It wasn't my fault takes the wheel on occasion, maintaining this car is your best option. So keep it running longer, stronger, with quality parts and a whole lot of Napa know-how.
Dad, where are you going?
It's time for Salem Tiger basketball on KSMO Media. Brought to you by the Salem Memorial District Hospital, K&H Auto Supply, Farm Bureau Insurance, Willie Strader Agent, the Bank of Salem, Napa Auto and Truck Parts, Edward Jones, Duncan Family Chiropractic, Town and Country Insurance, Tax Masters, Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Healthy Dent County, Southtown Furniture, State Farm Insurance, Cameron Irway Agent, Hometown Processing, Big Iron Realty, Inman Insurance, Progressive Ozark Bank, Flying W Store and Camping LLC, Living the Dream Outdoor Properties, That Special Touch Florist and Gifts, Dent County Rental, and Wilson Mortuary. And now, Salem Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.
And welcome to Sullivan, Missouri. Stan Stevens bringing you Salem Tiger basketball from Sullivan High School Gymnasium as they turn the lights out here and introduce the Eagles tonight. Salem Tigers coming in after their first win of the year on Monday against the Viburnum Lady Jays. And they are looking to make it 2 in a row over a Sullivan team that has been down a little bit this year, but that doesn't mean that they still can't light it up. And as I mentioned in the Tiger Talk, if you were listening, this team does not have the firepower that some of the teams have had in the past. But if they get on a roll, it can, well, let's put it this way. They're very aggressive. They like to get in the face of the defense is their specialty. Like to get in the face of those on the offensive side to try and create havoc, to try and create turnovers, and they like to score points off those turnovers, get the easy lay-in buckets. That is their strategy and has been under Coach Dino McKinney for a long time. But they also had those offensive tools that when they got the ball, they were patient on offense. If you broke down, it would allow them the opportunity to maybe get that easy 2-footer, or they'd go for that 3, and about 30% of the time or 40% of the time, they would bury that 3. And that's how they had played for basketball for quite some time here. Had good, hard, tight defense, waiting for those breaks, take advantage of the turnovers, and then play a very slow, methodical, and calculated offense. So Coach Dino McKinney still here and doing a great job. For the Salem Tigers, they'll be starting out Trey Richter, Gunnar Conkle, Easton May, Hayden Sanders, and Caden Gately. For Sullivan, it'll be Kyle Lewis, Logan Walters. Also starting will be Blaine Sappington, Sam Summers, and Luke Todd. Summers to go up against Gately. If we get underway here, Salem in their home, in their road navy blues with the Carolina trim. And Sullivan in their home whites with the black numbers outlined in gold. The tip by Summers goes back, and the Eagles have the ball first here in the Sullivan High School gym, the home of districts this year. Pass goes in the corner to Walters. Back out on top to Todd. Todd trying to drive into the paint, kicks it down low. Waiting for it there is Sappington. Goes outside the three-pointer, up and good by Logan Walters. And the Eagles take a 3-0 lead. There's pressure in the forecourt. Congo looking for some movement. Tigers are going the wrong way as Richter's trying to get out of the zone. Gets over the timeline to Congo going baseline. Congo will try and find an opening and gets back out near center court. Fires it right side to Hayden Sanders on top. Gately right at the top of the key, left side Conkle. Good tight coverage by the Sullivan Eagles. As on top, Richter now to Easton May, trying to drive in, stops, looking back outside, goes on top to Hayden Sanders. He backs it up. Right side pass to Richter. Richter on top to Gately. Gately left side to Sanders. Salem playing very patient now here. Here's May trying to get inside. Baby hook shot will not fall. Ball tipped on the floor and brought down by Todd. Good possession by Salem. May had the good shot, just the hook would not go off the backboard. And the Eagles come back the other way. Here's Todd trying to drive in from 10. The jumper is way too short. Goes out of bounds, and it will belong to the Salem Tigers. 6.5 to go. Sanders flips it in to Easton May. This is a rescheduled game, actually not really on the schedule at all. Now Gunnar Conkle all the way down off the glass. He kisses it in. 3-2 Eagles. Bringing that ball up is Lewis. Lewis goes left side. Working with there is Todd. Getting it back out on top to Lewis. They go to Sappington, trying to feed inside. The Tigers steal that one away. Here comes Easton May all the way down. Lays it up, and it goes in. That ball circled the rim twice before finally falling through. And a 4-3 lead for Salem with 5:55 yet to go. Pass goes inside to Sappington. Outside for a three-pointer off the rim, and no good by number 2, Walters, and brought down by Gately. Ball looked good out of the hands, hit the front of the rim, then off the backboard, but wouldn't fall. And now Sanders all alone for his three-pointer. It's good. Hayden Sanders all alone on the left wing. He hits it, and it's a 7-3 Salem Tiger lead. Drive up the middle of the floor by Lewis. Lewis lost the ball out of bounds. It'll belong to the Salem Tigers. He almost ran into Gunnar Conkle, and then the ball came out of his hands and went into the stands, and Coach Dino McKinney will call timeout. 7-3 Salem. Back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Ask Inman Insurance in Rolla and Salem if auto owners make sense for you.
Salem with a 7-3 lead here in the first quarter. Still 5:25 remaining. It'll be Salem ball from the sideline. Tigers get it into Easton May as Richter had to wait for the Tiger player to get open. Back to Gunnar Conkle. Conkle will drive in, kick it down low to Richter in the right corner, out beyond 3 to Gately. Gately looking inside to Conkle. Conkle had that ball knocked out of his hands by Logan Walters. It'll stay with the Salem Tigers as the ball goes down the hallway. Sanders retrieves it. Richter looks to inbound it, waiting for the official. Kicks it outside to Sanders between the circles. Goes to Gately at that high post down to Conkle. He lays it up and in with a good pass. Gunnar Conkle makes it 9-3 Salem. Kyle Lewis flipping it across to Walters. Walters in the offensive zone. Flips the left side to Luke Todd. Todd back to Walters. Walters into the paint. Getting it there is Kyle Lewis. Across to Todd for the three, and it's good. Luke Todd hits the three, and it's a 9-6 Salem lead. Nice shot there by Todd. As Richter brings it over the timeline, he pulls up, bounce pass to May. May goes trying to go by one man, does, and a foul's going to be called on the floor. And they're going to call a foul on Salem. They called it on Easton May, and I think they gave the foul because he hooked his arm around the player to progress. So turnover by the Salem Tigers. Easton had a good charge going there, but when you hook the guy and he can't get in front of you, then, well, that'll happen. The ball passed into Charlie Loudon, who just came in the game, and he had to go off his hands out of bounds right at the Salem bench. Turnover number 3 for Sullivan early on in this game with 4:15 remaining first quarter. Hayden Sanders getting it down to Easton May, trying to get it to Gately. Ball stolen away, and the Eagles come away with it, and the ball given right to Gately. Gately will lay it in. No, he's called for a travel. Steal by the Tigers, but they turn it right back over on the walk. 4 minutes exactly left to go in the first quarter. Todd getting it in the middle of the floor. They get it inside, trying to kick it outside to Gabe Dace. Dace goes in the corner to Loudon. Loudon are on that perimeter. Stops, goes inside to Lewis. Lewis feeds it down low, and a foul's going to be called on Gunnar Conkle. First foul on Gunnar. 9-6 Salem up. We're just underway here in the first quarter. Quick pass inside, goes to Dace, and he lays it up and in. 9-8 our score as May gets it down to Conkle. Conkle around one man, stops, puts up the jumper. It will not fall. Gately with a rebound, puts it back up and in. Caden Gately with that strong offensive board makes it 11-8 for the Salem Tigers. Luke Todd under center court to Lewis. Lewis at that high post, kicks it out to beyond three to Loudon for that three. Off the iron, and a push-off foul called on Sullivan, on Gabe Dace, his first foul. First team foul on the Eagles. Richter will bring it up slowly for the Tigers to the timeline. Pretty much a half-court defense by the Eagles. Getting it across to Sanders. It goes to Gately right through his hands. Stolen away by the Eagles. Back the other way they come. The long pass, and it was taken down by Dace, and they threw it right into the feet of his teammate Todd, and the Tigers come away with yet another steal. Pass in the corner, getting it there. Sanders on top. Gately. Left side pass to Richter. Richter beyond three to the high post. Now kicks it back outside to Sanders. Sanders to Richter. On the left side of the floor, now back to the middle of the floor. Right side pass, Conkle beyond the three-point arc. Underneath it goes to Richter, all alone. He waited, now puts it up and in. Trey had it, but was off balance, didn't try and shoot, waited, then banked it home. 13-8, Salem. Ball goes off the foot of Richter. He dives for it, and the ball tied up, and a timeout called by Coach McKinney as Lewis is able to get back. And with a score, Salem Tigers 13 and Sullivan 8. We'll come back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
Duncan Family Chiropractic provides chiropractic care to everyone from newborn to elderly. Dr. Duncan treats wellness, sports injuries, chronic ear infections, pregnancy, and more. Ask Dr. Duncan about your full line of supplements, including Juice Plus and standard processed supplements, as well as pain relief, BioFreeze products.
13-8. Salem Tigers on top. 2:12 to go first quarter. Tigers have forced 5 Sullivan turnovers. Well, actually, they forced 2 of them. 3 of them have been unforced errors. And Salem has taken advantage of 3 of those turnovers in this game. Braden Hanger checks in for Salem, and Colin Haven in the game as well as Todd gets the inbound from Dace. Todd will bring it up against Hanger. Gets in the offensive zone. Flips it left side to Lewis to Dace. Dace kicks it outside. The 3 for Loudon is up and too short and brought down by Dace. Dace kicks it out to Todd, but it doesn't make it to him. It's stolen away by Sanders, and a foul called as Hayden Sanders gets the steal. Started going the other way. Got pushed down. And Luke Todd will get his first foul. 1:53 to go, first quarter. 13-8 Salem. The inbound pass comes out to Sanders. Now to Hanger. Hanger between the eagle and the circle. Goes down low. The ball intended for May, but stolen away. And a foul called on Salem as Hanger went for the steal. Third team foul on Salem. 1:40 to go first quarter. With that ball, Todd trying to drive down against Hanger. Stops in the middle of the floor to Loudon. Loudon trying to go down low. He does. Getting it there to Gavin Dace. Now to Lewis. Out to Todd for the 3, and it pinballs around, will not go down, and off the fingertips of Colin Haven. It'll stay with the Eagles. He battled Gabe Dace for that rebound. Charlie Loudon with the ball to inbound it. 13-8 Salem. Loudon looking, fires it out high. Getting it there is Dace. Going back to Lewis, right corner. Getting it is Loudon. Loudon going into the middle of the floor. Ball tipped, but taken down on the backside by Gabe Dace. He flips it out to Lewis. Dace now down low to his brother Gavin. The shot will not go. And a foul called underneath. Looked like on Colin Haven. That is a shooting foul as Haven made contact. And the first free throws of the game will belong to Gavin Dace, and the first one is no good. 1:02 to go first quarter, 13-8 our score. Glad to have you along on KSMO Media on this Wednesday night. Got more basketball tomorrow and Friday. Second free throw is good. 13-9 to score. The pass to Easton May. It's a 3-on-1. May bounce pass to Hanger. Hanger puts it up. Missed everything. And it goes off the backboard to Gabe Dace. Salem has really struggled with layups this year. And then a push-off foul called on Sullivan. On Kyle Lewis as he came down against Hanger. He used his elbow, pushed him off. He gets the offensive foul. That's a turnover as well. Giving the ball to Salem Tigers with 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. Sanders in to Hanger. Hanger will walk it up to the timeline. Over the timeline, waiting for Conkle. Conkle got cut off by Lewis. Stops at the high post. Gives it back to Hanger on that three-point perimeter back near center court. Brendan standing there looking the situation over. Goes to his right to Hayden Sanders. 30 seconds to go. To Haven. Left side back to Hanger. To Easton May at that high post. May out to Sanders. Stops, turns, spins. Back down Conkle. 20 seconds to go. Conkle guarded by Lewis. Backs up. Gets a little separation. Flips it left side to Sanders. Now to Easton May. Back to Sanders. Now to Conkle. Man-to-man coverage by Sullivan. Conkle trying to get a little pick. Doesn't. Now out to Sanders. Open for the 3. Takes it. It's just wide. Comes off the boards. Taken down by Sullivan's Gavin Dace. And we played one quarter here at Sullivan. Just missing that one was Hayden Sanders. That would have been a big shot to end that first quarter. But the Tigers do lead after one. 13-9. We'll come back in 1 minute. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
If you have the audacity to believe a financial advisor should talk with you, not at you,
If you believe access to your financial advisor should be a right, not a privilege,
join the nearly 7 million investors who think like you do. FaceTime and Think Time make a difference.
join us.
Join us.
At Edward Jones, it's how we make sense of investing.
Call Joe Brand in Salem at 729-3831.
Mobile banking with our credit union is awesome. 24/7 access. Check your account balance, pay bills, and make deposits with our mobile banking app. We belong to you, and we are here to meet your financial needs. Riverways Federal Credit Union. Positively different. Online at riverwaysfcu.org. We're federally insured by NCUA. We're an equal housing lender.
We belong to you.
We're ready to start the second quarter here in Sullivan, Missouri. This will be the home of districts. It'll get started. They tentatively believe on the 26th of February on that Saturday, but those district seedings will be set this Saturday. So we'll let you know how the Salem Tigers come out in the seedings on the boys and girls side. Tigers have the ball to Trey Richter as Haven got knocked down. No foul called. Collin gets back up. Goes over to Conkle. Conkle almost lost it. Gets it back now to Richter. Man-to-man coverage still by Sullivan. Richter kicks it outside to Brendan Hanger. Top of the key. Giving it off to Conkle. Conkle stops. Gets away from his man and gets some separation. Trying to drive in. Goes back to Hanger, now to Easton May. Back to Conkle on the baseline. Off the glass, no good. Brought down by Richter. Richter puts it up the jump shot, no good. Haven brings it down. Trying to kick it back. Ball is tied up. Possession arrow will favor Sullivan. Tigers had some chances there, missed all the shots. And then Haven could not yank that ball away from Sullivan. They got it tied up right on his shoulder. And back they come. Hayden Kirk in the game for the first time. Gives it off to Lewis. Lewis back to Kirk. Kirk out high, flipping it across to Walters. In the corner, goes that way to Sappington. Now back to Summers. Now to Sappington. The shot does not go down. Ball tipped and loose on the floor, taken by Conkle. Conkle the other way down the right wing to the basket, to the hole. Had the ball knocked out of his hands by Sullivan. I believe that was Aiden Kirk that knocked it out. He'll stay with the Salem Tigers under the basket. Just underway, second quarter, 13-9. Salem on top. Trey Richter trying to get it in. Flips it out high to Conkle. Getting away from Aiden Kirk. Conkle out near center court. Again, man-to-man, very tight coverage by Sullivan. That has been their trademark for years. On top to Hanger. Braden had a moment to shoot, didn't take it. Now Easton May stops into Conkle, spins, turns, kicks it down low to Haven. He is fouled. Good job by Conkle to turn, and then as Collin went through the paint, he just flipped it to him, and he was trapped, and he'll go to the line to shoot two as Kyle Lewis will pick up his second foul. First free throws for Salem Tigers belong to Colin Haven. 6:26 to go in the half. 13-9 Salem. Haven's free throw. It is good. Lewis will check out. Todd back in. Coach McKinney plays virtually every one of his kids. That one does not go down. And is brought down by Aiden Kirk. Kirk will get it off to Todd. Todd pass right side to Walters into the offensive zone. Goes to Kirk, feeding it down low. Ball stolen away by Haven with a really good play. And then a foul called after the Salem Tigers' fifth steal. And the foul is going to be on Aiden Kirk. 14-9, Salem on top. Like to see him score on a few of these turnovers here. That Sullivan has turned the ball over 8. They scored on 3 of the first 5, but they have not scored on 1 since. Now Hanger in the corner. Out on top to Gately. Gately down low to Conkle, right through his hands and out of bounds. That's a good pass, and Gunner took his eye off it. Tigers turn it over for the 5th time. That's the 2nd time underneath that Sullivan basket a pass has gone through a Tigers' hands. 14-9 our score. With a ball tied out to Loudon. Loudon trying to get it to Walters and does at that high post. He backs up, goes back to Todd. Back to Walters, open beyond the three-point mark, now trying to get it inside. He does against Gately. Ball stolen away, and the Tigers come back the other way. Here's Richter to the paint, to the hole. Off the glass, it will not go. Tipped up by Gately, and it will not go. Brought down and controlled underneath by Sappington. Gately did not tap it in. Had a good chance, and a little walk right there called on Walters. So he got to the top of that key, shifted both feet. Tigers will take over on yet another unforced error by Sullivan. But Salem is not scoring on these turnovers, and they still have a 5-point lead. Inbound comes to Gunnar Conkle. Conkle drives over the line, trying to get away from Loudon. Getting it to Hanger, to Easton May. May looking inside, there's nothing there. Starts his drive in, spins in the paint, can't shoot, out to Hanger. Hanger instead will take it to the hole, kicks it out to Gately. Gately back to Richter. Salem having opportunities to shoot here and they're not doing so. Inside to May, his short jumper trickles in. Easton May has 4, and the Tiger lead now at 7. Pass going back to Todd. Todd loses the ball, taken there by Hanger, and I'm not sure what the call is there. And the foul's going to be called on Luke Todd, his second against Hanger. That will be the 16th foul against Sullivan. So Salem will be in the bonus the rest of the way after Hanger almost got that steal. And Coach Carney will call timeout. With the score, Salem 16 and the Eagles 9. We'll come back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
Relationships. It's not just being on a first-name basis. It's a partnership built on trust. This is Scott Ball, president of the Bank of Salem. Since 1883, the Bank of Salem has been serving our local community with the kind of personal service and professionalism that builds relationships. We've earned the trust of our customers with over a century of strength and stability, never once changing our name or compromising customer service. Stop by one of our 2 locations in Salem. Visit our website, the Bank of Salem, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Salem Tigers will have the ball at center court. Thumb out of bounds on the sideline. 4:46 remains in the half. Tigers of Salem up by 7. The inbound will come back to Conkle. Salem could have a much bigger lead as they have really dominated this first half, but they've been unable to score off the turnovers that they have created. Sullivan with 9 of them. Gately on the baseline. Can't shoot, goes outside to Richter. Richter beyond 3, gets a bit of a pick, and fires it underneath to Conkle, and he goes back to Richter. Richter trying to drive in, gets cut off, goes back out on top to Brendan Hanger. He'll reset the play with 4:15 to go. Pass right side to Conkle. Conkle guarded there by Loudon, on top Gately. Gately left side to Hanger. Hanger trying to drive in, can't, trying a very iffy pass inside. That was not a good play by Brendan Hanger, and the Sullivan Eagles come away with an easy steal there. Out on top trying to drive in is Dace. He does. The shot blocked away by Gately nicely. Caden Gately rejected that shot. He has some excellent shot blocking capabilities. Pass goes inside to Walters. Out on top to Dace. Back to Walters going baseline, but he walked with the ball. Turnover number 10 for Sullivan. Tigers just need to be patient on the offensive side. They're hanging on to the ball, which is key. They're really not getting into the best shooting percentage. The pass goes to May, and he can't handle the pass. Out of bounds it goes. That was, again, just not a good play by the Salem Tigers there. And Easton May did not give it much of an effort. That pass a little bit behind him. He just got one arm up. Just deflected out of bounds. Inbound pass comes out to Sullivan. Down, out on top it goes to Dace. Dace between the circles. Goes to the high post to Gabe Dace. Outside it goes to Walters. Walters on the perimeter. Back to Dace. Down to Lewis. Lewis drives into the paint, and he's fouled there by the Salem Tigers, I believe, Gately or May. It's going to be on May. His second and team's 5th. It'll be a shooting foul, and to the line will go Gabe Lewis as Sullivan has been scoreless here in this second quarter. And that free throw is good, and that ends that. Salem's got only 3 points in the second quarter. And there's 3:36 to go, but they have had possession of the ball about 3/4 of the time in this second quarter. Next one by Lewis is up, and this one is not going to be good. Tipped out, Sanders brings it down for the Salem Tigers. Hayden off to Richter will bring it up. Half-court defense by Sullivan now. Trey Richter hanging on to it. Still man-to-man coverage. Trey hanging on to it. Fires it left side to Gunnar Conkle. Conkle looking around, flips it left side to Sanders. Getting into Gately, back to Sanders. Now on top, Richter. Richter trying to drive in. Kicks it back inside. Now off Conkle again. They can't field the pass underneath the basket. Another turnover by the Tigers on a pass right on the baseline. 16-10, Salem on top. We're in the second quarter. Gabe Dace. All the way across it goes to Gavin Dace. Dace in the middle, stolen away by the Salem Tigers. Here they come again. Conkle all the way down to the paint. Lays it up, missed the shot, put back up and in by Trey Richter. Nice follow-up by Trey there, 18-10. The other way, Loudon. Inside it goes. The shot blocked there by the Tiger player Gately, but then a foul's going to be called after the rebound. Came back into the hands of Dace, and then Levi Smith, who just checked in the game, will get the foul. Dace's free throw is short. (18-10) Salem, 2:36 to go in the half. Next one by Dace. This one is too hard, and a lane violation called. Oh, actually a foul. Sorry about that. A foul called on Gabe Dace, and that should put Salem at the line to shoot a 1-and-1. That's a bonus foul here. And Levi Smith will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. No time coming off the clock, and the free throw by Levi is no good. Brought down and controlled by Sappington, who gives Sullivan the possession of the ball by handing it off to Walters. Walters left side, Loudon. Loudon on that perimeter. Looking all the way across the floor, does to Walters. Logan goes inside to Sappington, spins, jump shot, blocked there, but a foul's going to be called on Salem. And again on Levi Smith. His second, another shooting foul for Sullivan. Each team now in the bonus. Sappington will shoot 2 on this one, and his first one is no good. Sappington back to the line. 2:16 to go in this first half. 18-10. That free throw again no good. Tipped, comes right back to Sullivan. Baby hook shot will not go down. Brought down by Levi Smith. Levi just walks to the timeline. No pressure on him until now when Lewis comes out at him. Getting it over to Richter. Trey Richter firing it to Sanders. Sanders to Gately at that high post. Kicks it underneath to Smith. Handing it off to Richter. Richter inside Gately. Gately can't shoot it back to Levi Smith. Outside to Sanders for the three-pointer. It's in. Hayden Sanders. That ball hit the front of the rim and just slithered in. 21-10, Salem with 1:35 to go in this, the first half. Short out pass over to Loudon. He fields it, gets it out to Sappington. Between the circles, back to Loudon, left wing. Loudon beyond 3 to Sappington, right side pass to Walters in the very corner to Lewis. Ball stolen right out of his hands, and then Lewis pushes down Smith. And that'll be his third foul as Levi got the steal, and he'll go shoot a 1-and-1. Lewis tried to funnel that ball inside, and Levi read it and just basically almost took it right out of his hands. 21-10 our score. And then Levi shooting a 1-and-1. He missed his first one. That one's good. 1:20 left to go in the half. Levi Smith's next free throw. It's off the iron. He will not fall, and Loudon brings it down. The other way come the white-clad Sullivan Eagles. Loudon goes across to Cameron Koch. Koch going to Walters. Back to Koch for the three-pointer. It's way short. Taken down by Dace out of bounds. It'll belong to the Salem Tigers. Dace brought down the rebound but couldn't control it. Turned the ball over. That's the 12th turnover for Sullivan. Cambrian Koch getting his first action. Watches Levi Smith get in the offensive zone. Wearing number 5. He goes across to Trey Richter, does Smith. He hangs on to it out near center court. Flips it left side back to Levi. 45 seconds now to go. Sanders kicks it back out to Trey Richter, who will stop and slow things down. Back to Smith. Smith out high. Guarded there by Koch. Over to Trey Richter. Down to 30 seconds left to Gunnar Conkle at center court. Standing on the eagle right there at center court. Gunnar starts his move to the left. Now back to the right. Goes by one man. Stops. Gives it off to Richter. 20 seconds left. Back to Gunnar. Tigers running out the clock here in the half. And then a foul is going to be called on Gavin Dace. And Gunnar will go to the line to shoot a 1-1. Salem right now is 2 of 5 from the stripe. Gunnar with 4 points. 15 and a half seconds left. Free throw by Conkle is good. He has another one coming. Next one, no good. Comes out high and taken down by Loudon. In the offensive zone, Walters, 10 seconds left. And a foul's going to be called on Hayden Sanders as he ran into Cambrian Koch, I believe. Or are they just going to say he knocked it out of bounds? Oh, no foul. They're just going to say that Hayden knocked it out of bounds. I saw the head whip of Koch and no call on that. So it's just Sullivan ball. 8 seconds left. Out to Walters. Logan Walters. Inside it goes. Turns, spins, and kicks it back out to Koch for the 2, and he's got it. Right before the half comes to an end, Cambrian Koch gets the 2, but the Salem Tigers have an outstanding second quarter. Could have had a lot better one, but they couldn't make some early shots, but they capitalized later on and outscore Sullivan with good offensive possession. 23-12 here at halftime. It's Salem Tigers on top by 11. We are at halftime. It's a Riverways Federal Credit Union halftime here in Sullivan, Missouri on this added game to the schedule. We hope you're enjoying it. Salem versus Sullivan here at the Sullivan High School Gym. We'll come back in 3 minutes with stats in the first half. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
The winter car care sale is going on now at K&H Auto Supply in Salem, where you'll find a Superstar battery terminal protection kit for $9.99, Rizlon engine treatment for $6.99 a quart, and Lucas Oil stabilizers $12.99 for the 32-ounce size. K&H Auto Supply, your Parts City Auto Parts store in Salem.
Parts City, yeah, Parts City, Parts City.
I am a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm here to talk about life, your dreams, your work, your family, and how you can protect it all with a company that will talk to you with the honesty of a farmer and take care of you with the integrity of a neighbor. I'll make sure no detail is left uncovered so your family can breathe easy. Because just like you, I chose to build a life in Missouri too. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm from Missouri for life.
Be listening to KSMO Radio and watching KSMO Media February 25th from 8:30 to 2 p.m. for Salem's FFA Day. You will hear from Salem High School students about their SAE projects, awards, record books, future plans, and more. Your host for the FFA Day is former FFA advisor Bob Parsons. So join us February 25th.
your surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Cameron Irway in Salem today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, I'm Susie Cahill, Director of Healthy Dent County Fitness Center. Are you looking for a place to begin your journey to better health? Come inside. Never in my life have I been in another atmosphere where everyone was so friendly and eager to help others. It's not just the staff, it's the members. They are so passionate about what they do and so excited to help you. If you're ready to begin your journey to better health, come by and see us.
Hometown Processing can do custom processing of beef, hogs, lambs, goats, and other large animals. At Hometown Processing, they strive to provide you with the finest, freshest meats and processing at the best possible prices. They are proudly hometown owned. Hometown Processing is located at 3450 West Highway 32 in Salem, or call them at 729-7278. Open Monday through Friday from 7:30 to 5:30 and Saturday by appointment only. We welcome you back to the Sullivan High School Gymnasium. We are at halftime. It is the Riverways Federal Credit Union halftime show, and the Salem Tigers leading this one at halftime by a 23-12 score, coming off a win over Viburnum. Tigers played a little bit more confidence out there, but made some, I don't say silly mistakes, but just kind of maybe careless mistakes. 3 passes that were underneath the basket on the baseline. The guys wide open, went right through their hands, which could easily have been points. And this game could really have some kind of 18 to 20 point separation had the Tigers been able to capitalize on those possessions, but they did not. And they had 8 turnovers to go with 8 steals. They were very aggressive and keeping the ball away from Sullivan on the defensive side. And they had to credit the Salem Tigers doing a good job defensively. Caden Gately with a couple more blocks, but the Tigers getting their hands in those passing lanes, and the Sullivan Eagles trying to force a few passes had those gobbled up. But Salem also tried to force a few passes inside against that collapsing Sullivan man-to-man defense. Very hard to get that in when a man's trying to cut through the paint. That doesn't happen very often, and that pass has to be perfect, and the passes by the Salem Tigers just have not been dead on, and those have caused turnovers on the Salem side. So good possessions on the offensive side, but then maybe a careless pass or just maybe a turnover, that an unforced error that is made. Otherwise, this game could even be further separated by the Salem Tigers. They have really had a good first half. They just haven't been able to finish on a few plays. But otherwise, boy, you really can't say too much bad about Salem in this first half. 12 turnovers by the Sullivan Eagles, and of that, 7 of them were forced. They had 5 unforced errors. Salem Tigers had 8 turnovers. Of them, they had 4 Tigers. 4 of those turnovers were forced. All right, let's get to the scoring in this one. Hayden Sanders leading the way for the Salem Tigers. He has 6 points. Gunnar Conkle has 5. Trey Richter has 4 points for the Salem Tigers. And Easton May has 4. 2 points for Caden Gately and 1 point for Colin Haven, and Levi Smith has a point as well. Salem Tigers rebounding has not been super good, but they haven't had to, as Sullivan's shooting really has not been all that accurate in that second quarter. When they did get the shots off, Salem was able to take the ball down, but Sullivan just didn't get off a lot of shots early in the game as Salem stole the ball away from them. But when they did, they had 9 points in that first quarter, but only 3 in that second. So the Tigers did a good job. They finished with 8 steals. I'll try that again. 8 rebounds in that first half. 2 in the first quarter. That's it. And Caden Gately got both of those. And then they finished with 6 more in that second quarter for a total of 8 at halftime, while Sullivan has 12 rebounds in the game. Sullivan's leading scorer in the contest, Logan Walters and Luke Todd. They each have 3. 2 for Cambrian Koch, 2 for Gabe Dace in the game, and 1 point each for Gavin Dacey and Kyle Lewis. Sullivan 2 of 8 from the free throw line. The Salem Tigers are 3 of 7 from the free throw line in the game. Foul trouble, Kyle Lewis has 3 for the Eagles. He's the only one with 3 fouls, 2 by Gabe Dace and Luke Todd. For the Salem Tigers, Easton May and Levi Smith, each with 2 fouls. We are at halftime, 23-12 Salem Tigers. This is the Riverways Federal Credit Union halftime show. We hope you've enjoyed the stats. Don't forget the Tigers will be back at it tomorrow. They'll be in Houston to take on the Tigers, and that will be a girls-boys doubleheader again. We did that last Friday at Mountain Grove. We're going to do it again tomorrow night at Houston. And again, a little bit of that might be weather permitting, so we'll keep you informed on that. 6 o'clock girls game. Boys game to follow from Houston, Missouri. We'll be there to bring it to you on KSMO Media, KSMO Radio, also your Facebook page, your Twitch, and YouTube. We're 2 minutes away from the second half. We'll come back in 2 minutes. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
Land is selling at an all-time high. Backed by almost 4 decades of experience, Big Iron Missouri agents Justin Hubbs and Gage Solbeamer provide you with a seamless selling experience. They will get your property sold via listing or unreserved online auction. Big Iron Realty has the experience you deserve, proven results, with an enormous viewing audience of buyers, creating higher selling prices. Let's have a conversation. Call Justin Hubbs or Gage Solbeamer today.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
Salem Memorial District Hospital believes that our community deserves the very best healthcare one could offer. We understand that all physicians need the highest quality images to thoroughly treat each situation. With you in mind, Salem Memorial District Hospital has brought these services home, and that includes our new state-of-the-art MRI. Don't waste your time and money driving long distances. Let us take care of you here at home. Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
Southtown Furniture. Southtown, where the bargains are. We've got everything from furniture to appliances. Quality floor covering. We won't be undersold, you'll see. To you, that is our guarantee. Southtown Furniture, where the bargains are.
We're ready to start this third quarter of play. Salem will inbound it. They lead it by 11, 23-12. And the Tigers get into Gunnar Conkle on this non-conference matchup between these two teams. They play each other quite a bit over the years. Right now, Gunnar Conkle getting it over to Sanders. Sanders inside to Gunnar. Gunnar by 1 man, lost control of the ball. Loose on the floor, tied up, taken there by May. May gets it loose and stolen away. Now stolen back as Conkle will pick up his foul. Tigers coughed that ball up, and the foul called on Salem. Gunnar Conkle with his second foul. Ball will come into the hands of Sullivan. With that ball outside is Walters, on top. Lewis going in the corner to Sappington, down low. Waiting for it there is Sappington. Sappington is tied up. Ball loose on the floor. Possession arrow will favor Sullivan. Salem on defense here. Sullivan inbounded. Just underway here in the third quarter. It'll be Walters trying to find somebody open. Flips it in the corner. Waiting for it there is Summers. Out on top, Sappington. Sappington off to Lewis, left wing. Going to go in the corner. Three-pointer up and good in the corner from Logan Walters. He's got 6 in the game, and that's a 23-15 Salem lead. Here's Conkle at the middle of the floor. Stops, kicks it back outside to Richter. Richter to the paint. Stops, but walked with the ball. Turnover number 10 in the game for Salem, just underway here in the third quarter. 23-15. In the corner with the ball, it's Todd. Todd bounce pass down, stolen away by Gately. A nice play by Caden to read that play and come back the other way to Gunnar Conkle. He'll walk it up to the timeline. Just underway in this third quarter. Conkle trying to get away from Walters. Flips it across to Trey Richter. Richter out on top, and then Sanders can't handle the pass. Another turnover by the Salem Tigers all the way down and blocked away by Gately. On the tip up by Lewis. Pass down low to Easton May off the glass and in. What a block by Caden Gately. His third of the game. Down the other way, Lewis to the paint. Kicks it down low and off the fingertips of Sam Summers. Turnover number 2 by Sullivan. Salem up by 10, 6:12 to go. Third quarter, 25-15. May has it off to Sanders. Hayden with a couple of threes in this game. Moves to his left off to Conkle. Conkle waiting for somebody to dodge down a near corner. Moves out near center court. Gunner goes the other way to May. Easton beyond 3. Starts coming inside. Outside it goes to Sanders for the three-pointer off both rims and brought down by Summers. And a foul called. And Gately will get the foul. That'll be his first. 5:48 to go third quarter. 25-15 the score. As Kyle Lewis will walk it up. Picked up there by Richter. Fires a pass across to Sappington. Blake goes in the corner waiting for it. There's Walters out on top. Lewis. Lewis fires it all the way across the Todd for the 3. It's off the front of the rim. No good. Brought back by Walters. Blocked there by Gately. His 4th. Nice play by Gately. He's got 4 blocks in this game. Nice job by Caden to go up there. 5:20 to go. Third quarter. All the way down is Conkle. He draws the foul. Couldn't make the layup, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Would have been nice to see the old-fashioned three-point play, but Tigers couldn't get that to go down. Foul is called on Sam Summers. That's his first. Conkle's free throw, it is good. Gunner back to the line again. 26-15, 5:16 to go in this, the third quarter. Conkle's free throw is good. 27-15 to score. The inbound comes in the middle of the floor to Todd. Salem pretty much all in a half-court defense at that moment. Here's Todd, goes left side to Walters. Walters right in front of the Eagles. Bounce pass outside. It goes to Sappington. Sappington back and a travel call on Walters. Shifting those feet at the same time. He'll get that travel call every time. Walters checks out. Loudon in the game for him. He'll pick up Gunnar Conkle, who gets the inbound pass. Conkle hanging on to it, starts his drive right side to Trey Richter. Richter hanging on to it, guarded there by Lewis. Inside all alone as Sanders waits and then has the shot partially blocked. It was too far underneath the basket. Back the other way, Todd. Todd down the right side, goes underneath the basket, then he walked with the ball. Got to the baseline and couldn't stop in time, and he turns the ball right over again. Something Salem has done all year is get too far under the basket. There's about 2.5 feet between the baseline and the backboard, and they go along that baseline. They're under the basket when they get the ball and try and shoot. Here's Richter coming down. Lost it, got it back. Can't shoot. To Sanders for the 3. It's offline, no good. And the ball loose on the floor, taken there by Sappington. Sappington to Lewis. Lewis down against Gately. Stops, kicking it back out on top to Loudon for a three-pointer. It's off the rim, straight up in the air, tipped, and comes out high, taken down there by Summers. Summers firing it down low to Sappington. He lays it in. Blaine Sappington scores. It's 27-17. Got pressure in the front court by the Eagles as Richter brings it up. Coming up against Dace. Comes all the way down. Richter coast to coast. Tries the shot. He is fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 with 3:50 to go third quarter. See who that foul is going to be called on. And it's going to be on Gavin Dace, his second. Richter to the line to shoot 2. And the free throw way too hard. That ball came out of Trey's hands like a rock and was way too hard off the back of the iron. And he's usually a pretty good free throw shooter. That one is good. Back to an 11-point Tiger lead, 3:45 to go. This is the third quarter. Pass goes inside, waiting for it there is Summers. Has that ball knocked away. It's loose on the floor, and Sullivan comes back up with it. Sappington hanging on to it. Pass out of bounds off the hand of Loudon. Pass was right toward Coach Dino McKinney. It's a little bit too far inside, and Loudon couldn't trap it. Pass goes back to Easton May deep in his own zone. May will bring it up. Spins. Trying to drive in. Goes outside to Sanders. Sanders inside to Gately. Down to Conkle on a baseline. Flips it back out. Taken there by Richter. Richter had to recover on that play with 3:15 to go to May. May trying to spin to the inside. And I don't know what that was, but he's called for a travel. And what Easton was trying to do. But Easton's not that kind of player to try and make a swivel move in the paint. And it looks like he tried to do something that was a little bit awkward to him, and he just lost his balance. So in the corner, Dace. Easton's a good kid, a great athlete, but that one kind of looked like a ballerina that had no balance. Now Lewis inside, down low on the baseline. Getting it there is Dace. Fires it out on top to Loudon. Loudon in the corner, a three-pointer up man off the iron. Comes outside, and there is Loudon to take it down. His shot is up, no good. Loudon can't field it, and it comes down the hands of Sanders. Sanders all the way down to Richter. His shot will not fall, and Lewis brings it down. Lewis all the way down against May. Lost it, got it back, and then May will foul him, trying for the steal. And that'll be the third foul on Easton. Richter will check out. May checks out. Gately checks out. Haven and Levi Smith and Hanger in the game. Pass comes in. A three-pointer from the corners up and good by Loudon as Salem was not in position to defend. And Sullivan back to within 8 with 2:15 to go in the third quarter. Levi Smith with 2:15 gives it off to Conkle. Conkle in the corner to Sanders. On top, Hanger. Hanger goes to Levi. Levi takes it to the hole off the glass. It's good. Good move by Levi Smith and using the glass. Nice little kiss off that. Down is Lewis. He stops, kicks it in the corner. Loudon again for another three, and this one is not good. Taken down and controlled there. Put up by Dace and no good, and Haven brings it down. Gabe Dace had a good chance there to put that one back in. Did not do it. And then a foul called on Gavin Dace coming up the floor. That'll be his third. Sanders will inbound it. Giving it to Hanger. Hanger will get over the timeline. Picked up there by number 1, Kyle Lewis, who's back in the game. Here's Gunnar Conkle looking for some help. And foul called on Gabe Dace in the paint. He and Haven were battling it out. And that'll be his third. That'll be the fourth team foul on Sullivan. 1:31 to go in the third quarter. 30-20, Salem on top. Inbound to Sanders for the three. It's good. Sanders buries the three. He's got 3 in this game, and a Tiger lead to 13 with 1:20 to go. In this, the third quarter. Pass goes in the corner. Dace has it there, right in the middle of the floor to Lewis down low, laying it up and in was Sappington on a nice passing play there by the Eagles. 1 minute to go, 11-point Salem Tiger lead here in this third quarter. Gunnar Conkle into the offensive zone, down to Hanger. Hanger to the paint, underneath the Haven. He lays it in. Good passing there by the Tigers. Colin Haven, his first basket. And then a push-off called on the Eagles. On Lewis, that'll be number 4 on him, and a turnover, and the ball comes to the Salem Tigers with 50 seconds to go. And that is the 5th team foul for the Eagles in this the second half. Sanders will get in the Hanger. Hanger against Walters to the timeline. Flips it right side to Levi Smith. Levi hanging on to it. Down to 40 seconds. Levi all the way in. Goes for the layup. Had that ball stripped out of his hands. He'll belong to the Salem Tigers on the baseline. 37.5 seconds left. This is third quarter action. Salem up 35-22. Good defense by the Tigers here tonight. Conkle trying to get in, does the Hanger. Hanger out deep near center court. Guarded there by Loudon. Gives it off to Smith. Coming out to greet him is Aiden Kerr. Down to pass, trying to force that one in. Stolen away by the Eagles. And back they come. Fifth Tiger turnover here. Loudon giving it off to Sappington. Back to Walters. 18 seconds left. Walters across. The three is up and off the rim. No good by Aiden Kerr. And Haven brings down that rebound, and he is fouled, and that'll be the 6th team foul. And that will be on Gavin Dace. So Gavin Dace, Gabe Dace, Kyle Lewis, all with 4 fouls here in this third quarter going into the fourth quarter. And a timeout called by the Tigers. 13 seconds left to go in this third quarter. 35-22 Salem on top. Back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.
With tax season fast approaching, you might have some questions that you need answered. If so, give the Tax Masters a call. They have over 40 years of experience and can handle all types of accounting services plus certified e-filing. Don't ever let yourself be a slave to the IRS. Come and see Jackie or Beth at Tax Masters, located at 107 West 4th Street here in Salem, or call 729-3001.
13 seconds left to go in this, the third quarter. Salem up by 13. They'd like to get another basket in before this third quarter runs out and extend that lead. Salem led at the end of one by 4, at the end of the half by 11. Lead right now by 13. Salem will inbound the ball from the baseline. Don't forget, we'll be in Houston for a girls game at 6, boys game at 7:20 tomorrow. Both games can be heard and seen on KSMO Media. Sanders looking to get it in, does. Now to Haven. Back to Brendan Hanger, 8 seconds left. Hanger stops. He doesn't move the ball quickly, does to Gunnar Conkle. 3 seconds left from 7. The jumper's good. Conkle gets it to go down, and the Salem Tigers extend their lead to 15 at the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll come back in a minute with the fourth quarter, 37-22. This is Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.
Terrell Complete Auto Care is a full-service auto repair center in Salem. They offer full-service oil changes as well as $2 discounts on Tuesdays for all ladies, and Wednesday is Senior Citizen Day. Plus, Terrell Complete Auto Care can take care of all your auto and diesel repair needs. They offer free pickup and delivery in town. James and Sheena and the staff of Terrell Complete Auto Care are proud to support the Salem Tigers.
This is Mike Elliott from Town & Country Insurance. As an independent agent, we shop many different companies, allowing us to find the best value for our clients. Town & Country Insurance has been serving South Central Missouri since 1963. We have offices in Salem, Rolla, Licking, and Mountain Grove, and would welcome an opportunity to show you what we can do for you. Stop by 400 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, located inside the Town & Country Bank, or you can call our office at 729-6624.
Fourth quarter action, Salem Tigers and the Sullivan Eagles. Salem with the ball and a 15-point lead. Levi Smith trying to drive down to Sanders. Hayden drives in underneath to Levi. Levi puts it off the glass and in. Levi with 5, and the Tiger lead goes to 17. Down the other way, it's Walters in the corner. Bounce pass to Todd. Todd back to Walters. Down low to Sappington. Nice shot by Sappington. He got away from Haven and banks it in. Good job by him. Smith the other way for the Salem Tigers. Gets to that timeline. Back to Conkle. Conkle back to Smith. The Salem gets over in their allotted 10 seconds. Levi breaks through underneath to Haven. Haven's shot, no doubt, comes to Sanders off the glass and in. Hayden Sanders has 11, and the Tiger lead goes to 17 again. Back the other way. It's Aiden Kirk, a long three off the iron, no good. Brought down by Sappington, but he is fouled on his attempt to put it back. Sappington has 6 points. Blaine's played very well here in the second half. All his points coming here in the second half. 6:57 to go. Sappington will shoot 2 first free throws for Sullivan in the second half, and his first one is good. Sullivan now 3 of 9 from the night. Smith will check out. Richter back in. Salem on the night 6 of 11 from the free throw line. Next one also good. He's now got 8 points to lead the Eagles. Pressure by Sullivan. Salem breaks it. Here's Conkle in the offensive zone. Over to Hanger. Salem been very, very patient here in the offensive zone. Now down to Holland. Calvin Haven missed it. Gets it back, puts it back up and in. Haven missed the first one, got it back, puts it back up, and the Tigers still have that 17-point lead. Here's Walters the other way. Goes in the corner, Sappington on the baseline. Kicks it back out on top to Kirk. Down in the corner to Loudon for the three. It's off the rim, brought down there by Richter. Richter the other way. Richter pulls up once he gets over the timeline. Pass to Hanger. Now to Conkle to center court. 6:15 to go in the ball game, or fourth quarter, should say. Conkle trying to get the pick, does from Haven. Now off to Sanders. To Richter. 6 minutes to go. Guarded there by Walters. Richter over to Hanger. Hanger hanging on to it. Flips it over to Sanders. Sanders all the way down. Lost the ball. And then a foul's going to be called on Haven as he took the man down going for the ball. Hayden Sanders forgot to take the ball. He's going to try and drive the basket, but then lost it. Turnover by the Tigers, their 6th. And then the foul called on Colin Haven as, again, going for that ball, he tripped up the Eagle player. 43-26, Salem on top. Lewis the other way. He's in the game with 4 fouls. He and Dace are in the game. That's Gabe Dace. Pass goes in the corner. Right there is Koch to Dace for the three. It's way short. Comes down to Koch. Koch goes down low, and Dace will put it up. Missed the shot, gets it back again, and scores. Gavin Dace got his own rebound. And the Tigers had that ball knocked out of bounds. Salem with a 15-point lead at 5:23. But they've got to make good passes here. And not try and do too much. Do what they've done the whole game. Conkle has it. Bounce pass to Hanger. Hanger trying to drive in. Goes outside. It goes to Richter for the three. And it's off the iron. Comes into the hands of Colin Haven. And Haven's pass is tipped away. Taken there by Lewis. Lewis fires it across. There's Koch. Walking with it. No call there was the Eagles. Turnaround baby hook. No good. And Richter brings it down. As Summers' baby hook did not go. Brandon Hanger has it off to Conkle. 4:50 to go. Conkle falls down and hands the ball right into the hands to Sullivan, and laying it up and in is Aiden Kirk. Another really bad turnover there by the Salem Tigers when they had the ball and the possession. Now a pass back to Trey Richter from Brendan Hanger, but he is fouled there by Sam Summers, and he'll go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Salem in a bonus. Lead down to 13 with 4:33 to go. As Gately will come in for Haven. Colin Haven, a good job in there. Has 4 rebounds on the game and 5 points. Hanger's opportunity to get some points here, and Brendan's free throw is good. Salem needs to take advantage of every free throw opportunity. Keep that lead extended. 4.5 to go. A lot of time left to go in this one. Hanger's next free throw is also good. Back to a 15-point lead. The pass coming in to Gabriel Koch. Giving it back to Dace. Dace down goes in the corner to his brother Gavin. Now inside. Pass to Summers. Going baseline as Lewis kicks it outside to Koch. Koch on that baseline. Out on top to Gabe Dace. Gabe to brother Gavin. Out to Lewis. Lewis lost the ball, got it back, flips it across. Ball tipped there, stolen away by Gunnar Conkle. Conkle all the way down, had the ball knocked away. Ball loose on the floor, taken there by Hanger. And a timeout called by Coach Carty with 4:01 to go. Good steal by Gunnar Conkle, but almost turned it back over as the Tigers got caught maybe getting down to 4 a little too fast, and a good job there to take possession with 4:01 left to go. 45-30, Salem on top. Back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
When I meet a new loan customer, I try to drop everything that I was working on prior to them coming in my office and focus directly on what their needs are at the time, whether it be a new car, their first house. I focus directly on what they are telling me and what they are needing. And it doesn't matter if it's a small $1,000 loan or a $200,000 house. I try to treat every client the same.
Fourth quarter action here in Sullivan. Salem will be at Houston tomorrow night. Girls game at 6, boys game at 7:20. And then Friday it is the makeup game with the Thayer Bobcats. Salem boys will have them at home. Pass comes inside, goes underneath to Gately. All alone, he scores. Caden Gately beat the press by Sullivan at 47-30. Lewis has it, fires it all the way across to Koch. Koch, bounce pass, right side, Todd. Todd to Lewis for a 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Taken down there by Dace. Back to Lewis. Lewis trying to dance in, fires it almost out of bounds. A heck of a save there by Koch, but then the foul's going to be called on Gavin Dace, and he'll foul out the game. 5 rebounds and also 5 points, and with 3:33 to go, Dace is gone. To the line, it's Gunnar Conkle. 47-30, Salem on top. That a heck of a save by Koch, going out of bounds and keeping his feet inbounds. Fisher was ready to blow that whistle. Conkle's free throw is good. Gunnar now with 10. He and Hayden Sanders are each in double figures. The only Tigers in that range. But a lot of different scorers for Salem tonight. And Gunnar with both. He is 5 of 6 from the stripe tonight, and the lead is 19, the biggest lead of the night for the Tigers. Here's Walters getting across to Koch in the corner case. Down to Lewis. Lewis's shot is, well, partially blocked by Gately, but Gately gets the foul with 3:23, and Caden has his second foul. And to the line will be Lewis. Kyle Lewis. His free throw is no good. 2 of 8 from the free throw line in that first half. And now 2 of 3 here in the second. Lewis has another one coming, and this one is good. 18-point lead by Salem. Richter down to Conkle. Conkle guarded there by Koch. Gets away from him. Push, kind of low of a push off, but no call. Goes left side to Hanger. Hanger hanging on to it. Back to Conkle. Ball stolen away by Sullivan for a second, but Richter was able to get it back. Never really had possession. They had it knocked away, though. Conkle down to 3 minutes to go. Tigers need to be very cautious with the ball at this stage. Just run the clock out. Ball tipped away, goes back court, and Conkle able to get it from Dace. Conkle flips it off to Hanger. Hanger back to Conkle. 2:45 to go. Ball again knocked out of Conkle's hands. He's tripped up, and a foul's going to be called on Gabe Dace, and he'll foul out of the ball game. No, he may have one more. Sorry, he's got only 3. So now he has 4 with 2:40 to go, and Conkle will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Going for that steal with 2:40 left in the fourth quarter. An 18-point Salem Tiger lead. Free throw is no good. Brought down there by Richter. Richter back off the glass. It's good. Richter the offensive board and put back, and a 20-point Salem Tiger lead with 2.5 to go. Dace out to Lewis in that right corner. All the way across. Tipped there by Conkle, but kept alive by Walters. Walters almost went back court. Out of Todd. His three-pointer is good. Luke Todd has 6. 51-34. The pass across to Hanger. 2:10 left to go. Tigers looking for that second win in a row. Pass now to Sanders. Sanders looking for a little help here. Starts driving down, kicks it outside to Hanger. Under 2 minutes now left to go in the fourth quarter. Hanger off to Conkle. Conkle spins, turns, gives it off to Richter. Salem doesn't really have a good delay play. Ball comes loose, goes over to Hayden Sanders. We'll get it right. Hayden gets away from two guys, stops, goes in the corner to Hanger, short-hopped him. Then a foul's going to be called on Lewis. Or is it on Sanders? No, it's going to be on Hayden Sanders, an offensive foul. Turns the ball over with 1:36 to go. Another turnover by the Salem Tigers. So Sanders gets his first. Back comes Lewis. Lewis into the paint, kicks it outside to Koch. Down the corner, Todd. Back to Koch. Sullivan needs to shoot. They're down by 17. The short jumper will not go, and Conkle brings it down in front of Walters. Gunner hanging on to it. Off to Hanger. Hanger trying to get away from Lewis. Lewis will foul him and foul out of the game. Kyle Lewis finishes with 2 points and a rebound. Fouls out with 1:15 left to go. And Max Avery gets his first varsity action tonight. Earlier tonight, JV did lose 41-18. As Hanger goes to the line. He's 2 for 2 from the stripe. It's good. Place got quiet. 18-point lead for Salem. They will get their second win in a row and go to 2-19 on the year. What will the final score be? That miss is brought down by Richter, and the backcourt pass, not a good idea, as Sanders did not think, turned around and just threw it backcourt. Ninth turnover of the second half by the Salem Tigers. But at this stage of the game, that's not going to hurt anything. 18-point Salem Tiger lead with 1:09 to go. Drake Gaynor comes in, fires it in to Aiden Kirk. He goes back to Matthew Mallory, who just came in the ball game. Getting it over to Avery. Goes in the corner. The three-pointer really short. Comes down in the hands of Sullivan, and Gately blocks it, but he'll pick up the foul as Avery went for the shot. And they're going to call it on Sanders. I think they got the wrong number. But needless to say, Max Avery to shoot 2, and the first free throw is good. Smith in the ball game with 51 seconds left. Gately checks out. Avery's next one is also good. 51 seconds to go. Levi Smith trying to get away from Gaynor. Flips it across to Richter in the offensive zone. Trey hanging on to it. Needs a little help. Goes back to Hanger. Guarded there by Koch. Brendan gets away from him. Back to Gunnar Conkle. 35 seconds left. Now to Hayden Sanders. Salem with their second win in a row will face Houston tomorrow night. And the SCA contest. Girls will play at 6. The boys will follow at about 7:20. Tigers just playing catch with it out high. Gunnar Conkle has it, trying to get away from Max Avery. Flips it out to Hayden Sanders. Down to 12 seconds left. Pass to Levi Smith. Levi back to Hayden. They can just stand there. Down to 2 seconds left. 1:52-36. Salem Tigers get their second win in a row. And this one over to Sullivan Eagles here at Sullivan. We'll take a 3-minute break and come back with stats from this one. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
Sorry, Dad.
Sure, you could get him a new car. You could also light a pile of money on fire. Because as long as Mr. It wasn't my fault takes the wheel on occasion, maintaining this car is your best option. So keep it running longer, stronger, with quality parts and a whole lot of Napa know-how.
Dad, where are you going?
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Ask Inman Insurance in Rolla and Salem if Auto Owners make sense for you.
Duncan Family Chiropractic provides chiropractic care to everyone from newborn to elderly. Dr. Duncan treats wellness, sports injuries, chronic ear infections, pregnancy, and more. Ask Dr. Duncan about your full line of supplements, including Juice Plus and standard processed supplements, as well as pain relief, BioFreeze products.
If you have the audacity to believe a financial advisor should talk with you, not at you.
If you believe access to your financial advisor should be a right, not a privilege.
Join the nearly 7 million investors who think like you do. FaceTime and Think Time make a difference.
Join us.
Join us.
At Edward Jones, it's how we make sense of investing.
Call Joe Brand in Salem at 729-3831.
Mobile banking with our credit union is awesome. 24/7 access. Check your account balance, pay bills, and make deposits with our mobile banking app. We belong to you, and we are here to meet your financial needs. Riverways Federal Credit Union. Positively different. Online at riverwaysfcu.org. We're federally insured by NCUA. We're an equal housing lender.
Relationships. It's not just being on a first-name basis. It's a partnership built on trust. This is Scott Ball, president of the Bank of Salem. Since 1883, the Bank of Salem has been serving our local community with the kind of personal service and professionalism that builds relationships. We've earned the trust of our customers with over a century of strength and stability, never once changing our name or compromising customer service. Stop by one of our 2 locations in Salem. Visit our website, the Bank of Salem, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
2 wins in a row for the Salem Tigers as they hang on and beat the Sullivan Eagles tonight. They got out to a good start, played good defense, patient on offense, and really did a good job and of being aggressive and taking that ball away from Sullivan. And they got to give the Tigers a lot of credit. Yeah, they made some mistakes, but boy, they really did a good job of keeping Sullivan at bay, forced some turnovers, took advantage of some of those early on. Didn't take advantage of as many as I wish that they had, but had they, this would have been a blowout game, but the Tigers just could not put some of them away as they finish the night with 10 steals. 8 of those came in the first half. So very aggressive by the Tigers in getting that lead at halftime of 11 points of 23-12. The Tigers now 2-19 on the year. Big wins over Viburnum and now Sullivan. And they'll take on a Houston team at Houston tomorrow night in SCA play as that game got moved up from Friday night to Thursday night for district play for Houston. And the Tigers boys and girls will play them in that girls game that got snowed out. So that'll be tomorrow night. So a lot of more basketball still to go, but the Tigers are right now starting to hit their stride, playing a little bit better basketball, working much better as a team. And if you watch the Tigers early on in the year, they just didn't use each other to move that ball up the floor, maybe trying to do too much on their own. Really a much better job of distributing the ball and also being a little bit more intelligent with the ball a lot of times tonight. Still trying to force a few plays. They're still high school kids. That's going to happen. But, boy, you hope they're learning, and that's the right time of year to be starting to hit your stride. Both Gunnar Conkle and Hayden Sanders finished with 11 points tonight for the Salem Tigers. They led the way. They were the only players on either team in double figures. Also scoring for the Salem Tigers, 7 points, was Trey Richter. I thought Trey had an outstanding game. He also finished as the rebound leader on the team with 6. 5 points each for Colin Haven and Levi Smith, 4 for Caden Gately, and Caden had 4 blocks in the game. 6 points for Easton May in the contest, 3 for Brendan Hanger in the game as well for the Salem Tigers. Salem 11 of 17 from the stripe, He had 17 turnovers in the contest and 10 steals. Nobody fouled out for the Salem Tigers. For the Sullivan Eagles, their leading scorers were Logan Walters with 6 and Luke Todd with 6. Then, the league scorer was Blaine Sappington with 8. Then Walters and Todd with 6, on that. And then 3 points each by Charlie Loudon and Gavin Dace. 2 points each for Gabe Dace, Kyle Lewis, Max Avery, Gambrian Koch, and also Aiden Kirk. They each had 2 points. Leading rebounder was Gavin Dace for the Sullivan Eagles. And coming in second was Gabe Dace with 4. And then you had 3 by Blaine Sappington, 2 by Sam Summers, as well as Charlie Loudon, and then 1 each by Aiden Kirk and Kyle Lewis in the game. 7 of 14 from the free throw line, 20 turnovers for Sullivan, 7 steals, 2 people fouled out for the Sullivan Eagles. The Dace boys, both Gavin Dace with 3:33 left and Gabe Dace with 1:15 remaining in the game. And the Eagles fall to the Tigers 52-36. Salem 2-19 on the year. When we come back in 2.5 minutes, we'll wrap things up here from Sullivan and get you all prepared for basketball coming up not only tomorrow, but all the way into next week. And we'll give you that schedule. We come right back right after this 2.5 minute break on KSMO Media.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
The Winter Car Care Sale is going on now at K&H Auto Supply in Salem, where you'll find a Superstar Battery Terminal Protection Kit for $9.99, Rizlon Engine Treatment for $6.99 a quart, and Lucas Oil Stabilizers $12.99 for the 32-ounce size. K&H Auto Supply, your Varsity Auto Parts store in Salem.
Parts City. Yeah, Parts City. Parts City.
I am a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm here to talk about life, your dreams, your work, your family, and how you can protect it all with a company that will talk to you with the honesty of a farmer and take care of you with the integrity of a neighbor. I'll make sure no detail is left uncovered so your family can breathe easy. Because just like you, I chose to build a life in Missouri too. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm from Missouri for life.
Be listening to KSMO Radio and watching KSMO Media February 25th from 8:30 to 2 p.m. for Salem's FFA Day. You will hear from Salem High School students about their SAE projects, awards, record books, future plans, and more. Your host for the FFA Day is former FFA advisor Bob Parsons. So join us February 25th.
Surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Cameron Irway in Salem today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, I'm Susie Cahill, Director of Healthy Dent County Fitness Center. Are you looking for a place to begin your journey to better health? Come inside. Never in my life have I been in another atmosphere where everyone was so friendly and eager to help others. It's not just the staff, it's the members. They are so passionate about what they do and so excited to help you. If you're ready to begin your journey to better health, come by and see us.
As we wind down to the end of the regular season, it'll be here next week. But this week, we still have a few more games to play. Boys and girls tomorrow night at Houston. We mentioned that a number of times throughout the game. 6 o'clock, the Lady Tigers will play the Houston Lady Tigers. And immediately following that, we'll have the boys' varsity games right here on KSMO at about 7:20. So the varsity girls, varsity boys, back-to-back at Houston tomorrow night. Again, that is kind of weather permitting. Hopefully it'll just be rain and we can get those games in. And on Friday, the Thayer Bobcats will come to town. It'll be a boys only JV will play first at 6. The boys will follow with the varsity at 7:20. We'll have both of the games streamed on KSMO Media. We'll be broadcasting the varsity game only on KSMO Radio, and the audio will also be on KSMO Media for that varsity game. Next week, the Lady Tigers will be at St. Clair Monday. That game will not be on KSMO Radio or on KSMO Media. On Tuesday, the boys will host St. Clair. That game will be on KSMO Media. Start time for that game 5:30 now with St. Clair next Tuesday. JV will play at 5:30. The varsity to follow. Both games on KSMO Media. Audio on the varsity only. And then next Thursday, the Ava Bears will come to town for the final regular season game before district play. 6 o'clock on that Ava game on Thursday. JV and varsity will have both games on KSMO Media with the audio only on the varsity contest. They will do the seed meeting this Saturday to determine districts for next week, or next Saturday, and then the week after. And right now it kind of appears, nothing official right now, but it appears that the girls game will be played on Saturday, but we don't know what time and who their opponent will be at this stage until that seed meeting is correct. And then the boys would play on Monday. Again, this is all still hypothetical before their meeting on Saturday, but we've talked to some of the officials, and they feel that that's probably what's going to happen. But a nice win for the Salem Tigers tonight. Their second win in a row as they defeat the Sullivan Eagles by a final score of 52-36. For Krista back at the station, for Ben, he's twiddling the dials or punching the buttons or a little bit of both here at the Sullivan High School. My name is Stan Stevens. We thank you for joining us for this Tiger win. Good to have a nice win under our belts, 2 in a row, and going into that game tomorrow night at Houston. We'll talk to you then right here on KSMO Media. Have a great night. Good night from Sullivan.
Salem Tiger basketball on KSMO Media was brought to you by the Salem Memorial District Hospital, K&H Auto Supply, Farm Bureau Insurance, Willie Strader Agent, the Bank of Salem, Napa Auto and Truck Parts, Edward Jones, Duncan Family Chiropractic, Town and Country Insurance, Tax Masters, Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus, Carroll Complete Auto Care, Healthy Dent County, Southtown Furniture, State Farm Insurance, Cameron Irway Agent, Hometown Processing, Big Iron Realty, Inman Insurance, Progressive Ozark Bank, Flying W Store and Camping LLC, Living the Dream Outdoor Properties, That Special Touch Florist and Gifts, Dent County Rental, and Wilson Mortuary. Be sure to join us next time on KSMO Media for exciting Salem Tiger basketball.